Hello there, everyone. How are you doing? I saw my last video's comments and came to the conclusion that you were correct. It's pointless for me to try to protect the identities of the persons in the video, but I'll show their clips as little as possible. I realize it's a public platform, but I read a comment that correctly pointed out that utilizing the terms and hashtags that they use in the video will bring you right to the author. In this video, I'll try to put a new concept into practice. I hope you enjoy it. Please leave your thoughts in the comments section, and if you enjoy my video, please subscribe and share this video. The lady in the video has been reflecting about what people's personal preferences signify when they have to drink coffee, and the reasons why people drink black coffee here are as follows.
Comes down to fat phobia and sexism.
Even a person who wants to drink black coffee is sexist and fatphobic. Furthermore, the conclusion is pretty harmful. These people have a great sense of victimhood, and while I am not a psychologist and have never studied this, I would risk this judgment. As their guilt grows, they suppress it because they are aware of the harm that staying at that weight is creating. That lead they to believe that everything other people do is a personal attack. However, in this circumstance, that level of victimhood is quite serious, because you can't accuse a person who goes to have a coffee in peace of being sexist just because he doesn't want milk, sugar, or what he puts in the coffee, because you've deduced that he believes his masculinity would be compromised if he utilizes sweeteners, dilutions. Wow. Because she worked as a bartender, she understands the factors that influence people's decisions when it comes to coffee. She says, in fact, that drinking black coffee makes the person feel superior. Affirming that
Such moral superiority about drinking dog shit black coffee than drinking something that could be perceived as fat.
Putting cream, candies, Smarties, syrups, and other items in the cafe is a very American thing to do. Personally, I don't see why someone would choose to consume 1,200 calories and 100 grams of sugar in one drink. At least in the parts of Europe that I personally visited, I have never, and I mean never, seen someone who adds something other than milk and sugar to their coffee if they really want it. However, we are not discussing superiority in this example. Rather, we are discussing preferences. Some people find it too sweet to bother, some have health issues, while yet others simply enjoy the flavor of coffee. The world does not revolve around hatred for big people, and no one's daily behaviors should lead them to believe they are doing so only to annoy them. You are not the universe's center of gravity. Me pretending to care about fat-phobic opinions, and then immediately reminder them that they can choke today, tomorrow, until the end of the time. I'm sorry, you said yourself that you're pretending to consider their thoughts, just to act the other way the next second? To be convincing, you must be consistent. Let's start with the reality that they're attempting to transform society into a fat-free zone. But the irony is that even individuals who believe in the cause refuse to accept various viewpoints or physical characteristics. Instead of accepting fat, they should title their movement Fat Supremacy. Because they are offended, no one can tell them anything, do anything for them, or even look at them. When someone stares at them, they feel as if they are being mocked. When they eat in a public area, they feel criticized since other people are eating in the same restaurant, but because they are important, everyone's attention is drawn to them, even if no one is paying attention. Through the behaviors of a great example, as well as the previous clip, people are criticized and labeled with less than adorable adjectives simply because they refuse to eat 10 teaspoons of sugar in a single cup of coffee. I could give 1,000 more examples, but I'll just restate what I've already said. If you want others to approve of your decision, idea, behavior, you must first be consistent and lead by example. She is the one attempting to rationalize the fat acceptance movement. She correctly communicated the video, stating that no one should ever criticize you for aspects of your body that do not fit them, which is entirely correct. After that, she continued her statement by contrasting all of the people you see on TV and performers in general for being skinny with the lack of such figures, even when discussing plus size. And there's the ongoing social pressure that people in the flesh suffer just because they don't fit the mold. Justifying fat acceptance as a single corner of the internet where people can feel attractive and welcomed, reflecting some parallels.
It's about fat people when the world has ostracized them, making an individual their safe space.
They should stop repeating the phrase, slim people see themselves everywhere on television as the norm, all the time. Because it isn't the case. What is propagated on television as well as an ideal body in the majority of cases found surgeries, and 95% of people don't meet the requirements, such as having thick lips and a perfectly round, wide butt with a small waist and a large chest. However, it is important to remember that you, too, as a man, face the same issues: the ideal hairline, a flawlessly square jaw, and flawless skin. This is the type of model that is shown on television. Thin people can't find someone famous to empathize with, just as big people can't find anyone famous to empathize with. People with flat butts, on the other hand, did not invent the plates acceptance movement, which denigrated everyone who did not fit within their canon. It's also impossible to defend a website that encourages people to eat unhealthy foods. Be available, and patients will approach. Deny the evident health issues, and no one will. After she is using the example that not everyone wants to talk about diets to delve into this happy corner of the internet. For many people, this is a taboo subject because it can lead to a variety of food-related issues. Between 92 and 95% of people will regain weight after losing it, and in most cases, they will have greater health problems as a result of losing weight than they would have had if they had stayed obese. And when this joyful little part of the internet vanishes, it might cause a variety of discomforts and misery.
Once safe space is no longer safe, it can activate a lot of pain and trauma.
Please excuse me. My purpose is not to be intrusive, but I don't see where the problem is if the diet discussion is confined and only happens once in a while. Because it's a speech that may go in a lot of different directions. It's usually too if you're upset by another person's lifestyle, even if they want to talk about it. Either the person is extremely forceful, or you sense something you're not doing particularly well. Continuing because they keep bringing up the idea that the person who is dieting is the one who always gains weight again. The diet isn't miraculous in the sense that you won't gain weight ever if you eat salad for 3 weeks. It is not that they did not comprehend, but rather that they do not want to realize that the diet and lifestyle are not restrictive and it consists of gradual and continuous adjustments that may be maintained for the rest of one's life. The video concludes by encouraging all persons who are overweight and unhappy with their bodies to seek help from someone who understands them, such as friends, relatives, or specialists. He also aims to have made skinny individuals aware of the difficulties they face.